Hello Capricorn, welcome to another Timeless General Love reading. It is general, please keep that in mind. It's not going to resonate with everyone for sure, but you can look at your moon and rising signs. And that's not a bad idea anyway, because it does give you a much bigger, more well-rounded view of the timeline, there's no timeline, the messages coming through, okay? It is timeless, so whenever you're drawn here to get the messages is when you're meant to have them. I want to thank you for viewing, liking, sharing, subscribing. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It does allow the video to circulate for others. I want to let you know that this is the third attempt at recording your video. The first time I got about 20 minutes in and realized that I did not have the mic plugged in. Now I have a new mic because, as you know, if you've been watching my videos, this camera that I bought, auto-focusing does some clicking as it's doing it, and it's heard in the video. So I decided to keep the camera because I think it's a great camera. It focuses in right up close. I love it. But I bought a new mic, and the mic has to be plugged into my laptop, and in order to play things back and edit them, I have to unplug the mic so I can hear it. And I forgot to plug the mic back in. So I did 20 minutes of your reading without sound. So I started it again and again. I did the same thing, no mic. So here I am, mic plugged in, we're ready to go. But as you can see, your cards are laid out because this is the point where I was at, okay? So I do have the Synchronicity card. I have the Just Ask cards. I am going to go through this all over again for you guys, and then we will get back to where we were. Starting out, you have bottom of the deck and part of your overall energy. High Priestess. Okay. Center of the spread and part of your overall energy as well is the Queen of Air or Queen of Swords. Now with that energy, the High Priestess is all about, excuse me, it's all about up-leveling, downloads, increasing your psychic ability. You are being shifted into something new emotionally and intuitively. Right now, you are in a position of being moved toward your wish fulfillment. Okay, the Nine of Water, Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. And in order to reach that destination, come on camera, in order to reach the destination of emotional fulfillment, you need to go through a transformation so that you can move yourself toward the Queen of Water or Queen of Cups, because this is where you're at, this is where you're headed, okay? And the Queen of Water or Queen of Cups, if you look at her in this deck, she's absolutely beautiful. She's so soft and serene looking, at peace, at ease in her life. She looks like she's in love with herself. She's in love with life. She's happy. She's abundant. She's balanced. This is someone who knows how to control her emotions and remain balanced through situations, okay? So it's all about self-love, self-worth, because the Queen of Cups, to me, in a love reading, she is all about self-love. If you want to reach that destination of emotional fulfillment, self-love has to come first, okay? Now the Queen of Swords, I want you to take a look at her, because normally in the decks, she looks like, she is known as, quote unquote, the, oh geez, why can't I think of that now? The Ice Queen. Thank you, angels. She does not look anything like an Ice Queen here. She is so kind and gentle looking and loving and giving and, again, balanced and at peace. But look at the size of this owl. And it's white, which is purity. It's all about faith, and it's wisdom. this is what's being granted to you. It's what's being gifted to you as a high priestess. You're moving into the high priestess. You're being up-leveled intuitively to a place where you have the clarity, the enlightenment, the wisdom, and the knowledge to have this self-love and this self-worth and know how to move forward with it. And over here, we have the King of Earth or King of Pentacles. This could be your person. If it is, it would be another Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. This could be your energy, Capricorn, because you would be the king and or queen of Earth, king or queen. It's general. So, you know, I don't have both the king and the queen out here, so this could represent you, but it could also represent your person. For me, energetically, what it represents is a need for you to be this energetically, to move through this transition. And the King of Pentacles, he is someone that knows how to make money, save money, grow money. He has what he wants. He has everything he needs. He knows how to go after it. And he does so from a stance of being calm, cool, and collected. Nothing pulls this guy under. Nothing knocks him over. He is very at peace in his life. He knows how to deal. He knows how to be happy. He knows how to keep himself happy. This is what Spirit is asking you to do through this transition. Just try to stay at peace. Try not to let things get to you. I know I went through that big transformation, the end of, well, it probably started about mid-December, and I just came out of it. It lasted for what felt like forever. It was huge. It was intense. It was brutal at times. And it basically brought all the old emotional parts of me, the old 3D emotions, up to the surface to be released. And I hated every minute of it because I've worked so hard to move past that old way of being and feeling and thinking. And here it was, showing up in my world again, and at the most inopportune times, you know, and it got me in trouble a couple of times. And I didn't understand what was going on, and I do now. I've come out of it, and I actually felt the shift one night, shifting from a place of allowing others and situations to affect me in a negative way. And I was able to detach from a situation, a particular situation that has been, I want to say, dogging me. I've allowed myself to attach to it, and it hasn't been good for me. It has pulled me under. It has, it's probably the reason I needed to go through this humongous transformation in the first place, because I still had that in me energetically. I didn't realize it because I worked so hard to move away from it, and I thought I was doing a pretty good job of that. I thought I was being pretty successful, but apparently not fully. But I feel amazing now. So if you're going through the same type of transformation that I just talked about, know that it will come to a good end. And when you come out of it, you're going to feel amazing. And you will have that self-love and that self-worth that's required for you to come together with that potential partner that you want to come together with. But you have to be able to love yourself unconditionally and in a way that you want to be loved before you can be loved like that. Right? So in the position of your challenges, you have the Seven of Fire or the Seven of Wands. And I'm sorry if you can't see these cards very well, everyone. It's, I'm trying to cast a light on it as best I can. They're not the brightest cards, so they are kind of hard to see. But anyway, these are little fairies flying around this unicorn. And if you notice, He's standing on a boulder or a piece of land that ends, and he is stepping off. So I know the Seven of Wands is all about standing your ground. This, for me, the message coming through is not standing your ground. It's the opposite. It's about allowing yourself to be moved forward in a new direction. And that's what the unicorn is doing. And the unicorn, the fact that it's a unicorn, that's uniqueness. You're being shifted, possibly in a unique way. You're being shifted to a place of uniqueness. You know, nothing you've ever experienced before, nothing you've ever traveled before. Allow it, because that's what this message is with this card. The little fairies, that's your guidance. You are being guided. You're being divinely guided. This is part of your overall energy, the High Priestess. This is you. This is you, your inner guidance system steering you, helping you to transition from this place of not total self-worth and love into a place of self-worth and love. Unconditional. By gifting you with the wisdom, the knowledge, and the enlightenment of doing so. Now, for me, when this shift happened, I didn't consciously do it. It wasn't consciously me doing anything or thinking anything. It just came across. And as soon as it did, it was as though I felt something leave my body, and it came from deep down in my torso. It was quite low in my torso, and I felt it just go. And as soon as it did, I felt so light and so happy and so at ease. Like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. And this is the same thing that could happen for you. I've been doing a lot of work, personal growth, spiritual growth. So maybe it was, you know, the combination and the accumulation of all of that got me to that point. But like I said, at the point I felt the shift and realized that I was crossing a very important line, it was not me that consciously did it. So that made it a little easier, I believe. Now, I did get some extra cards here for further clarification for you. And the first one that came out is this one here. This is from the Synchronicity Oracle deck. Now, I created this deck, and when I did, I wanted to put across what some of these numbers mean, because I'd been seeing random numbers frequently, and I wanted to know what they meant, and then I wanted to be able to put it across to you. So about half the deck is numbered, the other half is not. This one here, 911, I used to see that a lot. And even still now, when I'm about to go through a big transformation, I'll see that. But it's a big personal transformation, and it's exactly what I've been talking about here. You are, or have been, or are about to go through a really big personal transformation. This could be a tower moment kind of transformation. And it might be something that lasts or has lasted over a month. For you, for some of you, it could be a couple of days, it could be a couple of weeks. It's going to be different for everybody, depending on how much work or how much behind the scenes alchemy needs to take place. Okay, but when you come out the other side of this transformation, wow, amazing. So I also got some Just Ask Oracle cards, and you have two that came out. Wow. You are so close. Persevere. This is like the Nine of Wands, okay? So this is about doing the work. Maybe getting exhausted, maybe being tired, maybe thinking, I just can't go any further. Keep going. Keep going, because you are being divinely guided. Your inner guidance system is always steering you around obstacles, around your resistance that you place on your path. Your inner being knows where those resistance boulders are going to be on your path, and shines a light on a little bit of a detour and takes you around those things so you can move forward into this. So you aren't alone. You do have guidance. Follow the guidance. This card here, the message that came through with that, I'm trying to remember everything that came through because I had to start over, but the message that came through with that right off the bat was, don't dig your heels in. This transformation is not going to feel good. It's going to feel extremely uncomfortable. Extremely. But what you need to remember going through this is it's about growth. Growth never feels comfortable. If you're comfortable in your life, you are not growing. And that's usually when the universe, your inner being, whatever, God, whatever you call it, steps in and pulls the rug out from under you, because we are not supposed to sit in comfort. We are supposed to keep growing, learning, being enlightened, gaining that clarity. That's what it's all about. It's about raising your state of consciousness to a higher level. That's what it's about. And that's what you're doing here with help, right? Second card that came out, this is amazing. Financial reward coming soon. Those of you that feel like you're struggling financially, like, you're up one month, you're down the next month, and then you're up and then you're down, and you're tired. Again, tired of fighting that battle. I feel like you're about to be rewarded. Get through this transformation, this self-love and self-worth transformation. That is likely what's been blocking you from the financial abundance. It'll be like Abraham Hicks says, we take a cork in water and we pull it under. And that's us resisting. When we let go of that cork, it bobs right back to the surface. And that's what's happening here. This self-worth issue that you're being enlightened about and shifting past and growing through is what's causing you resistance on your path, and it's slowing you down. So your inner guidance system is trying to remove that so that you can move forward in a much better pace and in a much better direction, and feeling better about yourself. When you can stand up and say, no, you are not treating me like that anymore. That's a good place to be. It feels amazing. And that's when you start to feel that self-love inside you. It's a good feeling. So Spirit is asking you to move through this transformation. Try to not lose it while you're going through it. And the one way you can do that is just by knowing that when you come out the other side, you're going to receive wish fulfillment. Every level, financial, love, happiness, it's all going to be yours. So just work through this. Keep going. Let's get a card for Capricorn from the Motivation Manifesto Angels. Please and thank you. Thank you, angels. I got a message while I was shuffling these cards for you, and that is that you are being moved, shifted toward your life partner, the love of your life. That is the growth, the transformation that you're having to go through. That's what it's for. It brings the self-love, yes, but it brings unconditional love, which is what's necessary for you to come in contact or come into union with your very divinely connected soulmate partnership, okay? So you have two cards here from the Motivation Manifesto. The first one, life's greatest victories are won on the fields of love. Oh, live your life from a place of love. See everything, try to see everything from a place of love rather than a place of fear or negativity. That will always, always, always help you move through these uncomfortable or difficult situations. Emotionally, that's what helps you move through them. Try to see it all from a place of love. Try to stay in that feeling of love. Freedom and victory belong to those who remain strong and true despite temptation. Yep. Don't dig your heels in. Try to not give in to that temptation. I don't want to say go the easy way, but when we get into situations where we feel that uncomfortable, I did it myself. I just wanted to move in the direction of the easy way. Now, it was more difficult for me to fight those emotions, to hold them, not hold them back, but to not allow those emotions to pull me under and take me back in that direction. It was a true test of my inner strength, for sure. And I failed many times, let me tell you, because it's easier to just go back in that direction than to try and fight that old way of feeling and being. But it didn't get me anywhere but down. It took me deeper and darker, and it caused issues in important relationships in my life. So try not to allow yourself to move in the direction of that temptation. Fight that, because it's for your betterment. It's for the betterment of everything around you. Now, if you would like some help to move from here to here, go through this transformation with as little difficulty and pain as possible and as quickly as you can. I'm going to go into the extended and ask Spirit for what it is you need to do, be, think, and or feel in order to make this shift and do it easier. Click the link below. We'll go into the extended and we'll get the answers to that. If you're going to the other side, I will see you over there. If you're not, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope it helped, and I'll see you next time.